He's gonna ask him a question. And I want you to just listen.
Just the cheating, right? The cheating, the emotional abuse, the neglect, the walking away, the things
This is
like
what I'm saying. Like this woman here is so negative, and you can't have a relationship with these people. Everything's just so negative. The cheating, the this, the that. I mean,
that. That's the way that men emotional, the stonewalling, right? So women might have the mouth to talk to you crazy and that's how they hurt you. Men have the stonewalling element where they'll walk around and act like you don't even exist. They don't care about your needs no matter how much you're telling them you need this or this is hurting them. They can go years and years stonewalling the shit out of you and don't care how you feel.
Why is that a one-sided thing?
It doesn't have to be a one-sided thing. I
It's
don't think
not. Right?
okay
You
I,
usually get what you give, right?
yeah, I don't think that black women are perfect. No way. But I think it's the perfect time for black women to be alone and go heal themselves. So this
and so you're gonna hear this over and over and over. More or less, you can almost kind of term this like coming apart here. Both sides are kind of saying, yeah, this is live. Both sides are kind of like saying, I can do bad by myself, and I pointed this out on CT's panel. This is kind of how they are oriented. They don't say I can do good by myself. They say I can do bad by myself, and we'll hear that.
this is my thing. I don't think that, oh, I'm fucked up, so I should just get a fucked up person and then somehow we're gonna have something beautiful. No.
I heard you.
And you see the course language here. This is part they don't have anything else to say. The other part is they can't say anything really articulately. And then the other part is that they're kind of angry here. And so the anger gets expressed in cursing.
Heard you.
That's how it's gonna work.
They need men and the safeness of the world. Why?
What you mean?
You said it's safe now. Why?
Just the way that it's been set up in America.
Why though? Why?
Because men.
Who do you? Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that that's clear, right? Because it's not a contradiction, but it's slightly oxymoronic. So the world is how it is because of men, and you can call men, but now we don't need men, right? The closer you are in proximity to men makes you more safe, right? And so what'll happen is, I think that it's a blessing to have your dad and all these people and brothers and cousins, right? So if you choose
a little bit.
how
As if we don't need men, any women who are building community, right? So it's not
majority,
as if we don't need men in the world. Of course, we need
majority,
men
you
in the
think?
world.
Think
They
majority are
have
thinking like that? You think the majority? Because I want to make sure, really, because you saying, "Yo, build your foundation, build your stuff up to where you now have leverage." But we know that's the overwhelming minority that is able to do that.
I would think it's in America, because we're not gonna talk about the women outside the country.
Yeah.
But in America, I just read an article projecting that 50% of black women, in a couple of years, will be single and childless, right?
50%.
So what I'm seeing is the majority of women are choosing this, right? They're choosing to opt out. They're choosing to build lives that don't center men.
And again, like this is what I'm saying. Like hemp is a grifter because he can't be honest with these women. He's not unlike the Izzy Bands of the world. He's a little bit more talented. He's more talented than them. But ultimately, he has to put his hands in these women's pocketbooks to make a living. And so he has to look at these overweight women, these women using foul language. He has to act like he don't hear these things. He has to act like he don't see these overweight women. And that is how he makes his living.
So at first it was just a little rumble, but it's becoming bigger, right? And they're not saying that they don't need men in the world or the contributions to the world that men make, but men in romantic situations, men in sexual situations, men in marriage, right? The way that they look at tying themselves to a man for the rest of their lives and devoting their whole life into a man, the majority of women are no longer on that program.
See, this is what I've been saying all along. They are finally coming to my point of view, although maybe they're coming from a different direction. I've been along saying these people are somewhat incompatible of former relationships. There's too much trauma, too much this, too much that. too much. There's too much going on, and this is probably for the better. She's kind of divorcing herself from men. In all accounts here, they just say, "Hey, was it lonely 3 or 4?" Yeah, these women are lonely, very, very lonely, and so they're coming to the recollection that we're probably not going to find men. Again, I saw like these women are not very attractive. They don't look like the women on the thumbnail that Hamp promoted the show with. These are the women on the thumbnail. Right? He catfished his audience, and when you come into the club, this is what the women look like. And so, but he can't say anything because hell, these probably are his supporters at the same damn time.
Okay, so you and I both disagree with them. When we assess those women that were talking like that, what they look like?
They was ugly.
Snoop Dogg shit, right? We understand that there's a C word. You know which word it is?
It got a U in it?
It got an O in it. It got a P. It got an E.
Oh.
Going on, right? There's a whole lot of microphones happening to where you saying the thing because it reflects your current mean. Because we know when the right nigga come across their table, all that I want to be single and childless goes out the window. But we know that already because we've seen it a million times. Every time they say rally, they ain't gonna do it, they do it.
But these women are in their 30s, 40s. I think someone said one of them is married. The rest of them, I think, are single. I don't know which one is married. It'd be interesting to know which one.
Right. So there's like even a girl who had a kid out of wedlock. When they was like judging her for it, she was like, "Oh, marriages and everything." She just got engaged like last week. Now every video is, "Oh my God, I'm engaged." Right. So like I said, it isn't like but you have to cope with the reality of there's not this. So we all have a disease, but only one of us can get the cure. Everybody with the disease is going to be sad.
But see, I want you to notice how negative this woman keeps talking. Diseases, trauma, this, that. These women have a hard time.
Have to find a way to live with this disease now because there is only one cure.
I agree with you, but just don't act like you don't got the disease. See, that's the coping thing. Acting like, oh, no, it's so good. Nah. The one that I know actually catapults me to the next level.
Right? And so that's the thing. So it's also like this marriage problem.
You ever been in love?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think.
This woman probably is in her 30s or something. She think maybe, I don't know if I've ever been in love or not. And, the point of this live, again, is to point out that these women here, no one's going to tell them. Hamp, he has to make a living, so he can't tell them that women in his audience probably look like these women. So if he starts to tell them, he will offend more or less his customers. So these women get to behave this way, and no one tells them anything.
You ever feel like Googling and shit, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, all that, man. And then when you got that, you want to get it again, right? They've been loved on before.
Yeah.
But now, hold on, real. God damn it. And now they out here, I don't need no nigga. Just say like, see, bro, I can tell you to say this. Bitch, please. Or is that too old school?
Hamp is struggling how to relate to these people. It's gonna be interesting. Like, at some point, like, you end up talking to old ladies. It'd be like old 50-year-old women up here talking.
I get in that kitchen, I cook go to work.
All they want to know, how much do you weigh?
How much do weighed myself is 160.
Well, Miss Lisa,
116 is too small. Yeah.
It's a pleasure talking to you. The other half of John Galt, I'm honored.
That's my lovely lady right here. I love this girl. I want to talk to my lovely lady, Lisa Bird.
I mean, I don't want to. I'm trying to gain some weight. I'm trying to gain some weight.
Say what? Break.
I'm trying to gain some weight.
Well, Miss Lisa,
116 is too small. Yeah.
It's a pleasure talking to you. The other half of John Galt, I'm honored.
That's my lovely lady right here. I love this girl.
You're involved with one of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet.
Is that so?
I'm not saying that lightly.